Good morning. It is a beautiful day here in North Carolina, and today I'm going to try and photograph the grasshopper sparrow on top of this hill. So come along and enjoy this adventure. So the reason why I chose where I am now is basically I'm in an oasis in a desert. For all intents and purposes, agricultural fields for the most part are just basically desert for birds. So where I am now, right now, is in between two agricultural fields. So birds are drawn to this area because there's a lot of areas where they can hunt for insects, build nests, great habitat for their raising their young and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to stay in this area up here and see if I can photograph the grasshopper sparrow, goldfinches. Common yellow throat is singing right behind you. There's a lot of activity that's going on up here, and it's really kind of congested in this little area here, and that's one of the reasons why I picked this area is for that. Now today it's supposed to be an overcast rainy day today. We're going to see how that turns out, but my plan is to basically stay where I am right now and just kind of walk up and down this little area here and see if I can photograph some of these birds. These bales of hay back here are a really good resource for the grasshopper sparrow and other field birds. And the reason for it is that they're higher than most of the grass and agriculture around it. And it gives a vantage point for them to like survey their property or survey their territory. And it also gives a resource for them to hunt for insects in the bales of hay. It's really a good resource for them. So I'm going to keep my eye on these bales of hay, but looking for something that's a little bit higher than everything else in the field sometimes is a really good thing to look for because birds will perch on that to survey their areas. So always be conscious of something like that. The grasshopper sparrow is one of our smaller sparrows that we have in North Carolina. They have a really small tail. They have a white stripe that has dark borders on the outside. They're pretty much a pale kind of color over most of their body there. They're a very beautiful bird. They have a little bit of yellow on their face sometimes. Some of the adults will. But for the most part, they're a very plain looking bird. But I think it's exciting to photograph them, and I think one of the reasons was that I didn't realize that they were grasshopper sparrows here in North Carolina until I think 4 years ago. So it's very exciting to me. They are a fairly common bird in fields like this here, but they are very dependent on open areas like this to live in, and they need to have huge open areas where they can hunt for grasshoppers. Thus their names, and the fact that when they sing, they sound like a grasshopper singing. So, I mean, they're fairly, if you can find them, you usually find more than one, and the best way to find them is by them calling, but you got to be in the right area, and I'm really hoping that this is the right area today. I just had 2 grasshopper sparrows come in. They were up on these bales of hay here. I was really starting to get the feeling that I wasn't going to get a photograph of these birds here because there really has not been any bird activity up here. And we've had an extremely hot summer this year. And that has really affected the reproduction of these birds, the bird activity, the insect up here. As I'm standing up here talking to you, normally when I'm up here in years past, you would see grasshoppers everywhere flying around here, and I don't see any this morning, and I was kind of getting the feeling that maybe something happened and I'm not going to be able to see this grasshopper sparrow, but these 2 came in on this bale of hay here, and I was able to get a photograph. They're both juveniles, but I'm kind of excited about this. I'm in a tough position here. I had to move around a little bit, and all the time I was moving around I expected these birds to fly off, but they stuck around for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, giving me the opportunity to get the photograph of them and to get some video of it. It's just exciting to see. I can't tell you how excited I am to see it. So if these images are any good, here they are. it rained last night, and I think that really kind of slowed the birds from coming out and being active, because as I'm speaking to you right now, the birds are starting to get really active right now. So, and also the insects are starting to get active, and I'm kind of disappointed at it because I have to leave, but I'm gonna just end the video here. I'm glad I got that photograph of those grasshopper sparrows. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. So if you got anything out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Sean Leahy. I want to thank you for watching.